Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. You're not going to believe what's buzzing around the league right now, especially if you're a Washington fan. According to reports from Diana Rossini and some insider sources, there is a very real possibility that the Detroit Lions might be willing to trade Aiden Hutchinson to the Commanders. Yes, you heard that right. Hutchinson, the rising star from Detroit, could be heading our way in a blockbuster move that might reshape the NFC East's balance of power. And let's be honest, this isn't just some rumor. It's the kind of move that could turn heads, especially when we're talking about bolstering our pass rush and finally getting that much-needed edge rush. For years, Washington has been searching for that dominant presence on the line, and Hutchinson might just be the answer. Right now, the Lions are sitting at 7-5, with a cap space of around $19 million, which isn't too shabby. But they're also facing some tough questions about their roster and future. The buzz indicates that Detroit might be willing to part ways with Hutchinson in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Why now? Well, the Lions are looking at their odds for the Super Bowl, which are currently around plus 850, and some analysts are suggesting that their depth isn't quite enough to push them over the top, especially after some leaks showing they allowed 274 points so far this season. That's not ideal when you're trying to compete at the highest level. Detroit's focus seems to be on acquiring more offensive line help, but they also recognize that their defense, while solid, could use a serious upgrade. Hutchinson, the young linebacker with a relentless motor, could be the missing piece. Hutchinson, drafted in the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft, has already made a significant impact in his short career. Over 4 seasons, he's played 51 games, racking up an impressive 103 solo tackles, 52 assists, and most notably, 37 sacks. That's a franchise-defining number for someone still early in his career. His ability to get after the quarterback is truly special, and he's proven to be a game-changer with 5 forced fumbles, 4 interceptions, and a Pro Bowl appearance to his name. His 2025 season, which was cut short due to injury after missing 12 games, still saw him rack up 5 sacks and a PFF rush grade of 91. For comparison, Joey Bosa's ascension in the league was similar, and Hutchinson's trajectory suggests he's heading toward even bigger things. Now the Lions' reasoning behind potentially moving Hutchinson is intriguing. They're looking at their Super Bowl odds, which sit around plus 850, and are probably weighing whether to build around their current core or make a strategic move for future flexibility. Trading Hutchinson would free up cap space, allowing them to extend key players like Amon-Ra St. Brown, or even bring in new defensive talent. Plus, with the Jets having already made some significant moves, like extending Quinnen Williams with a huge contract in 2025 that boosts their pressure stats by 15%, Detroit might be thinking long-term. They want to remain competitive, but they also see the value in acquiring draft capital for the future. Switching gears to Washington, this potential trade could be exactly what we need to turn our defense into a real nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Currently, our defensive line is rotating quite a bit, and our opponents are averaging 9 points per game against us, which is too high for comfort. Adding Hutchinson would be like pouring gasoline on our pass rush fire. He's not just a player who racks up sacks, he's a disruptive force who elevates the entire line. When you combine his skills with players like Daron Payne, who already has 5 sacks this season, the picture gets even more dangerous for offenses trying to find ways to protect their quarterbacks. Analytical models show that Hutchinson's addition could boost our sack rate by around 18%, leading to a significant reduction in points allowed, potentially cutting the 323 points we've surrendered so far this season. That's not just a small upgrade, that's a seismic shift in our defensive capabilities. His presence on the field would also improve our chances on 3rd down, especially on 4th and short situations. Currently, our success rate on 4th downs allowed is lagging behind, but with Hutchinson's relentless pursuit and ability to pressure the quarterback, we could see that number jump to around 9%, giving us more opportunities to flip the field and keep our offense on the field. Now, this isn't just about boosting our defense for this season alone. It's about setting a foundation for sustained success. If we manage to land Hutchinson, he could become a cornerstone of our defensive front for years to come. His presence would complement players like Payne perfectly, creating a dual threat that could make life miserable for any quarterback. Imagine a scenario where Hutchinson and Payne are both rushing the passer, forcing bad throws, hurried decisions, and turnovers. That's the kind of pressure that wins games and ultimately pushes teams deep into the playoffs. Looking at the bigger picture, the impact on Super Bowl odds is also worth considering. Right now, the Commanders are sitting at plus 100 to win the championship, which shows how much ground we still need to cover. But with a move like acquiring Hutchinson, those odds could drop dramatically, perhaps to plus 6-0 or even lower if we start stacking wins. He'd serve as an X-factor, especially against mobile quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts. His quickness and relentless motor could be a nightmare for a QB who's already having a solid season, but struggles against elite pass rushers. And of course, there's the narrative of the shift in the NFC East. The Eagles are formidable, and the Cowboys are always lurking. But if the Commanders can bolster their defense with a player like Hutchinson, it could give us the edge we need to finally topple those division rivals and make a deep playoff run. Think about the motivation, the energy, the confidence boost that a star like Hutchinson would bring. It's exactly the kind of move that could propel Washington into that next tier of contenders, a team that's not just making up the numbers but actually threatening to win it all. As we analyze the current state of our team, it's clear that our offensive side is good but needs more consistency. Our defense, particularly the pass rush, has been a bit underwhelming. Hutchinson's arrival would fix that immediately, turning our defense into a formidable force. Imagine the pressure our opponents would face, knowing that every time they drop back to pass, Hutchinson could be coming around the edge with relentless speed and power. It could change entire games and help us flip the narrative around our season. Of course, nothing is set in stone, and the Lions are known for being cautious with their assets. But the fact that rumors are swirling about a possible trade at this level is enough to get us excited. It's a reminder that the NFL is always in flux, and strategic moves like this can alter the entire landscape. The Commanders have been building steadily, and now with a potential addition like Hutchinson, we could be on the verge of something truly special. It's about seizing opportunities, about making bold moves to shake up the league and position ourselves as serious contenders. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. This could be the move that takes us from a decent team to a true playoff powerhouse. Imagine the roar of FedEx Field when Hutchinson steps onto the field in a Commander's uniform, ready to hunt down quarterbacks and dominate. That's a future we all want to see, and maybe, just maybe, it's closer than we think. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. We're riding this roller coaster together, and I couldn't be more excited about what's coming next. Keep the faith, stay passionate, and let's see if we can make this bold move a reality. Because with Hutchinson, the sky's the limit for the Commanders.